a little bit of a cozy video. I am going to talk to you about something that I do every single year, which is sit down and make a fall bucket list. I love to sit down and just think of everything that I want to do in the fall. It feels so cozy and it makes me so happy to just like sit down, put myself in a place where there's leaves on the ground and there's pumpkins on porches, and I am just writing down everything that I want to do during that time. And I love doing it. I made my list a little bit fancy this year. I usually just do like boxes and write it down, but this year I added a border and I added stickers, so I'll show you. And it was really fun to sit down and make, and I'm going to share it with you so that you can get inspiration of things to add to yours, just to make one in general, some things that you might want to write down. I just thought it would be really fun to share with you what I like to do in the fall and the ideas that I have, even some new ones that I've added this year that I've never done before. So let's go ahead and set the mood, get cozy, and get into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna work my way down this list, and some of these I'll elaborate on. Some of them are kind of like, well, yeah, of course you're gonna do that in the fall, Jordan. So the first thing on the list is visit a pumpkin patch, which like is a given. Everybody goes to the pumpkin patch in fall. But the one that we go to, I really enjoy going to. I hadn't been back like from childhood to this pumpkin patch until I was pregnant with my first son. So I went there pregnant and I wore like a shirt with a pumpkin on my belly, and it was really fun. And it was like magical to get to go back and bring the kids like that I was just there a year before with into my stomach. So it was really fun, and that is the first thing, is go to a pumpkin patch. The second thing is have a themed movie night, which I kept saying I was gonna do last year, and I don't think I ever did. And I'm talking like any movie, Hocus Pocus, Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, but make snacks that are themed to that movie. Like, I don't know if you have Pinterest, but if you go on Pinterest and you've seen like the little pretzel sticks with a Reese's peanut butter cup at the end, and it looks like a witch's broom, those with Hocus Pocus, that would be adorable. The third thing is read a spooky book, which I definitely do year round. I'm very big on horror books and thriller books, but I kind of want to do something spooky autumn, which I have my first book already picked out for when September hits, which is Cider Milk Oven. Vanessa, if you're watching this, hi. I'm really excited to read it. Apparently it is just the perfect cozy autumn book, so that is definitely on my to be read list for September. If you have any like autumn set, just cozy fall book recommendations, please put them in the comments for me because I would love to read them. The next one is also a given, which is decorate for Halloween and fall. I usually start decorating the last weekend of August, and by the time I post this, I probably will have already decorated. I'm trying to decorate this weekend on Sunday, which will be August. Oh man, I don't even know the date. It won't be the last weekend of August though. It'll be the beginning of August. So I'm hoping to decorate this weekend. I'm doing it earlier this year just because I'm in the spirit. I'm over this summer heat. I'm so done with it. And it'll just make me happy, and it goes so fast. I feel like once September hits, it just flies by. So I'm gonna really try to just take it slow and soak it in and decorate earlier in August this year so I get to experience it longer. The next thing is walk downtown and look at decorations. Our downtown area has so many, it's already a historic downtown, and it has so many just elaborate, beautifully decorated storefronts. Every year they do a contest. It's a scarecrow contest to see which business has the best like themed scarecrow. There's different categories, like there's funniest, scariest, most on theme with their shop. So like if it was a salon, the scarecrow is like getting its hair done. Most historic, I believe, is one of them. But every year it's so cool to just walk downtown and see all of the storefronts decorated. And there's a few shops that go so big and they have like skeletons crawling up their storefront, like hanging from the roof, giant spiders everywhere. It's so cool. It really feels like you're just in a Halloween town. And I go multiple times, especially in October. They also just have the most beautiful trees. All the trees are colorful and all the leaves are on the ground. It's so beautiful. So going downtown and looking at decorations is something that we do every year since I lived downtown. And I lived there in 2018 to 2019, I lived there. So that's really when I like started doing it, because I lived there and I was seeing it and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know they did all of this. So every year since then we go back. It's like a 15-minute drive from my house. So that is one thing on my list. The next thing is visit the farmer's market. We go to the farmer's market all year, but it just hits different in the fall whenever there's pumpkins and squash and sunflowers, and they're just selling all of these just autumn wares. And I love going in the fall, and downtown has a farmer's market, a pretty big one actually. So we'll probably go to that one, and then there's also one right by my house, like literally 3 minutes down the road. So we'll probably swing by that one a few times too. I just love buying local produce. I don't know, it just always tastes better. The next one is also a popular given, which is carve a pumpkin. But I put it on here because it's just something that I look forward to every year. That is one thing that like my mom made sure we did every year, no matter if we had those like fancy stencils or not, if we were using like butcher knives from the kitchen instead of those like fancy carving tools. We carved a pumpkin and we put them on the porch, and it was fun. So that is on my list to do with the kids this year. They haven't really been old enough to, I feel like, carve one and like really enjoy it. I believe last year they painted them and we carved, but maybe this year they'll be into like scooping out the seeds and stuff. We'll see. The next thing is, where am I? Oh, go to a Halloween hunt. So I live in the vicinity of King's Dominion. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's in Doswell, Virginia. They do a Halloween hunt every year, and we go every year. I think I've gone like every year since I was 13. Even when I was pregnant, we went. And if you go to a Halloween hunt when you're pregnant, they're not allowed to scare you. Like, it's like policy. So they would like run up on me and they would go to get me, and then they would look down and see my stomach and they would just be like, oh, and walk away. So the 2 years that I went when I was pregnant, I couldn't go in any of the mazes. If I did, they didn't scare me. And it was fun to go look at everything. It was almost like a built-in boo necklace. You know those boo necklaces that mean like, don't scare me? It was like one of those, but on my stomach and like 9 months along. So, but I have gone every year since I was like 13. So I want to go this year again. We always do. They changed the themes and the mazes around. And it'll be really fun. I do want to go to a new hunt this year too. I want to try to go to one that's not an amusement park, kind of like a independently run one, because I know those are a lot scarier and a lot different, and I have never been to one. So maybe this year. Okay, this one I have never done. This would be a new one for me, and I know you're gonna be like, you've never done this? Are you okay? I am, but I've never done it and I'm deprived of it. I want to bake pumpkin bread. I have the cutest little ghost mold in there for like baking things in it. It like, he's all like he's got little stubby arms. It's adorable, okay? I don't know where he is. I think he's packed away. So you just have to pretend that my little representation conveys to you what that cute little ghost pan looks like. I want to bake pumpkin bread in that cute little ghost pan. I love the pumpkin muffins at Dunkin', and I just feel like homemade pumpkin bread would be hitting, so I want to try to make it. The next thing is sending Halloween cards. I send Halloween cards every year, whether it is to like one friend, whether it's to just my mom. I send them every year, and this year I'm going to make a little list of all of my Instagram girlies that I've met and send them Halloween cards, and I'm really excited because like I've never had spooky friends to send them to. Like I just send them to people and they're like, oh, a Halloween card, thanks Jordan. But like if I send them to a spooky girly, they're gonna be like, a Halloween Halloween card, and it's so exciting. So I'm gonna make a list of Halloween girlies to send them to this year because I love sending them. I would love to make them this year. Southern Spooky on Instagram, her name is Christian. She says that she makes hers, and I just think that is so just personal and adorable, and I would love to do that, but I'm not really a crafty girly. I try, but we'll see. I might buy them. I might make them. It's up in the air right now. The next thing we've only ever done at Christmas time, it is go for a moonwalk with the family, which is basically just going for a walk at night under the beautiful moon. I usually go in the Christmas time, and it's usually cloudy, so you can't really see the stars or the moon, but we do walk around our neighborhood and go look at Christmas lights, and I would absolutely love to do that this year in the fall. Imagine walking through your neighborhood at like, I don't know, 9 p.m., and there's little pumpkins on the porches, and there's leaves crunching under your feet, and there's that chill in the air. Oh, I cannot wait. I am so excited, and I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. But the next thing is, get a pumpkin spice coffee. I hyped it up like it was gonna be this big thing, but it's get a pumpkin spice coffee. Dunkin's comes out, the 16th, I believe, of August, and I think Starbucks is the 26th. I'm not positive. This is off the top of my head. The dates could be completely wrong. But I will be there August 16th, if that is the date, at Dunkin' to get my pumpkin spice coffee. I go every year. I dress up very pumpkin-y. Like last year I wore a last year I think it was last year I wore a pumpkin tank top, and I had my little pumpkin with me. And the trees were changing, because the trees are already changing here. My neighborhood is so colorful, and there's leaves all over the ground right now, like pretty yellow and orange ones. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my coffee and do my little pumpkin photo, and I'm so excited. Let's see if the next one is like hype or not. The next one is eat apple cider donuts. The pumpkin patch that I mentioned, the very first thing on this list, they have this donut. It's not a shop. It's like a stand. And they go to the farmer's market, and they're there right now in the summer. They don't have the apple cider donuts in the summer, but they have all of these crazy flavored donuts, and I don't know what they're called. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've mentioned that I've gotten donuts from them at least like 8 times now, and I don't know what they're called. They don't have a sign. Or they do, and I'm just blind. But they make the best apple cider donuts I've ever had. So when I go to the pumpkin patch and I see them there, I'm getting my apple cider donuts. The first time we got them, we got like 6 because we didn't know if we would like them. And me and Nick just like devoured them. And I think we had Cass at that point, and Cass devoured them. So we went back and got 6 more. And then when we left, we got 6 more to eat on the way home. They're like these little mini donuts, and they were just so good. I can't wait to get them this year. What's next? Apple cider donuts. Go on a fall hike. I'm not a hike girly. Like, I'm not like a camelback combat boot, like serious hike girly. I'm like a casual hike girly. I like to go find like smooth, easy like trails that the kids can do and go with them. And I've never gone on one in the fall with all the beautiful trees. It's another one of those things like the moonwalk where I'm like, why have I never done this? Am I okay? So I'm gonna try to do that this year, and I actually have a friend that I can do it with this year, so I'm really excited. Do a corn maze. I know this sounds like, yeah, Jordan, do a corn maze, but the pumpkin patch that we go to, every year they pick a theme for their corn maze. And I think you can guess what the theme is going to be every year, and you can win like free passes. I think it's like free season passes to the pumpkin patch. Their theme this year is something space related, and I am thinking it's going to be like a UFO with like little beams of light and then the little like circle abducting the people. I didn't explain that well, but I think it's going to be a UFO. I don't remember what the theme was last year. I think it was a number. and it was whatever number anniversary they were celebrating of that pumpkin patch. But I think it's going to be a UFO this year. And if I guess it right, I'm going to get passes. Don't take my guess. If you do, they'll draw a number anyways. But still. The next thing is shop for fall clothes. This one is kind of like, I can't explain it, but I love at the beginning of every fall season, I'll probably order them this month. I like to go on Etsy and I like to pick 2 sweatshirts. I love Etsy sweatshirts they're just so unique, like with the little graphic or the little saying or whatever. Last year, I got a 2 years ago, I got the Halloween Town one that I always wear over on Instagram, and it has held up immaculately. Like, it was worth every penny. So last year I got the Halloween Town, and then it's like iced coffee. It wasn't last year, I said it again, it was 2 years ago. And it was like iced coffees, but they were like slasher iced coffees. Like one was Freddy, one was Ghostface, one was Jason, and I don't remember what the 4th one is. It might just be those 3. But I don't think I got my sweatshirts last year because I didn't have money. But this year I'm prepared, and I'm going to get my Etsy sweatshirts. And I need a new pair of jeans this year, and I saw some really cute ones at Target the other day. They were like mom jeans, but not too baggy. I think they would be flattering on my body type though. And then I'm on the hunt for an orange cardigan. I'm hoping Target will pull through for me this year because I haven't found them anywhere that like were reasonably priced. Like I think Amazon had some, but they were like $50. And maybe I'm weird, but I think $50 for a cardigan is a little much. Maybe it's just for my budget, but that's a little much for me. I'm looking for like a $25 cardigan, so I'm hoping Target will pull through. The next thing is go on a hayride. I love going to the pumpkin patch, and the one I go to it's like a pretty long hayride to get over to the pumpkins. So I'm excited to do that. Buy Halloween costumes. I'm excited to go do that. The boys are at an age now where they get to pick their costumes. Like I don't have to pick it out for them anymore. So I get really excited to see what they're going to choose every year. We've been to Spirit twice already this August. And as of right now, my youngest is thinking about being Lightning McQueen, and my oldest wanted to be, what was it? He said Mario the first time we went, but then he changed it the second time, and I don't remember what his second thing was, but he'll probably change it 5 more times before Halloween. The next thing is decorate the yard. We are an inflatable family. It started whenever we had my first son, and we got, it was like a pumpkin on top of another pumpkin inflatable. It's not very big. I'd say it's like 3 feet tall, and he loved it. And then we bought another one, and then my sister started buying them for me, and my brother-in-law started buying them for me, and we just became like the inflatable yard. We have a witch, we have a Grim Reaper, we have Jack Skellington, we have Mickey as a vampire, I think. And I'm sure we have more, but I love putting up our yard decorations every year. We have like little skeleton hands that come out of the ground. Doormats. I'm really big on the doormats. My mom hand makes me a wreath every year because she's amazing and crafty. She is a crafty girly. And the wreaths that she makes are like, they look like they would be like $100 wreaths. Like, she's so good at it, and I don't know how she doesn't. But I'm really excited to decorate the yard. That is something I get really excited about every year, because you pull up to your house and it's just like there. It's like Halloween, and then you go inside and there's more Halloween, and it's, I don't know, I love it. The next thing is give myself a spooky manicure. So last year I went and got like Halloween nails done. They were expensive. I cannot justify the price. Especially just because they like destroy my nails. Acrylics do. I have to get acrylics because I bite my nails really bad. So the plan this year is to do press-ons with like a really good glue. And then I got those Halloween, I don't know what they're called. You like put them on and then you file them around your nail. I don't know what they're called. But I got those and they're like little spider webs and little like creepy eyes. And I'm going to try to do it myself this year. And hopefully they'll last, I mean, if they last a week and a half, I'll be happy. But that is the plan. DIY a piece of decor. So the plan right now is I want to do that TikTok ghost painting trend where you go to the thrift store and you get a painting and you add some little ghosties around it, just doing little ghosty things. I really want to try that trend. If I can swing some more DIYs in there, that would be fabulous. It is hard to like find time to do stuff like that between housework and taking care of the kids and all of the things. But I do want to try to DIY some pieces this year just because I don't have a ton of money to spend on Halloween stuff this year. I'm trying to just like save this year because we have Halloween and then we have first son's birthday, second son's birthday, Christmas. It's all in a row, just November, December, jam-packed. So I'm trying to save and not really spend as much on Halloween stuff this year, more so on experiences like pumpkin patch, Halloween haunts, the Great Pumpkin Fest with the kids at King's Dominion, just things like that, that create memories more. That's what I'm really focused on this year and excited about. And the last thing on my list is go trick-or-treating. I put it the last thing because you do it on the last day of October, and I get so excited about it every year now because my kids are old enough to do it. And I just love, like, I have so many memories of me and my mom walking the streets in my little witch costumes with my friend from down the street. And I would get home and we would dump all my candy out and my cousins would be there sometimes and we would trade candy. And I'm just so happy that I get to do that with my kids now. Like, I just feel so lucky that I get to relive trick-or-treating and relive some of my favorite childhood memories, but with my own kids. So that is the last thing on my list. It's like the big hurrah to end spooky season, and I'm really excited to do it again. This will be our second year trick-or-treating? Third year? I don't know. I think it's the third. I know that we did miss one year because we had COVID on Halloween. It sucked. So that was my fall 2023 bucket list. I hope that it inspired you to sit down and make one of your own this year, or maybe it gave you some ideas to add to yours. It's really fun to sit down and do, so I hope that you do get to do it if you want to. And I hope that you have a great fall with my ideas, your ideas, any ideas. Our time is here and it is so exciting. But thank you so much for watching as always, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.